Prominent American philosopher and psychologist William James was thought to have said, "People tend to become what they think of themselves." He called it in the 19th century and it's ever so relevant to today. Hi, my name's Esther and let me take you on an educational journey as Stella Marc explores mindset. Mindset is a frame of mind that orients the way in which we think and behave. Mindset contains the social and cultural experiences and expectations that we've grown up with and adopted. It involves the view we have of ourselves and how we perceive our abilities. Mindset influences the way we lead our life and can shape our current experiences and future possibilities, either propelling us forward or pulling us back from fulfilling our potential. Put in the simplest of terms, mindset is the window that we choose to look through to see ourselves, the world, and the people around us. There's a school of thought out there, it's mind over matter. Dr. Alia Crum of Stanford University and her fascinating research certainly hold this true. Her and her team have found that beliefs we hold, for example, about what we're eating, how we're exercising, and even the stress we're feeling, can directly impact our physical bodies. The effect you expect is often the effect you get. Crum conducted a study around the mindset of exercise. Now, those who know me know I have a background in hotels, so this study was particularly close to home. She recruited 84 hotel housekeepers from 7 different hotels across the US. Despite having a job that burnt up an extraordinary number of calories, trust me, they work hard, the housekeepers did not believe that they exercised regularly. Half of the housekeepers were shown a 15-minute presentation on how they should expect to benefit from the good regular exercise they were already actively doing in their current work. 4 weeks later, with no change in their physical work, the housekeepers who had seen the presentation had lost weight, had lower blood pressure, less body fat, and they reported liking their job more. For those that had not seen the presentation, there was no change. In another study that Crum and her associates had conducted, they had people try a guilt-free milkshake that was branded as zero fat, low sugar, and low calorie. Then they had them back again the next week for a decadent, high fat, high sugar, and high calorie milkshake. At the same time as consuming the respective milkshakes, Crum measured the changes in the participants' blood levels of ghrelin, also known as the hunger hormone. This hormone drops in our body after a big meal. When consuming the decadent milkshake, ghrelin levels dropped much more in the participants than when they were consuming the guilt-free milkshake. The catch? The 2 milkshakes were exactly the same. So what are some of the defined mindsets out there? Well, we couldn't possibly go past the profound and popular work of Dr. Carol Dweck and her growth and fixed mindset theory. Growth mindset is based on the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts, your strategies, and through help from others. Although people may differ in their initial talents, aptitudes, interests, or temperaments, growth mindset advocates that everyone can change and grow through application, perseverance, and experience. People with a growth mindset seek out experiences that will stretch them. They confront risk and challenge and stick with it even, or especially, when it's not going well. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times in their lives. Despite the painful experience that failure is, in a growth mindset, it does not define you and it is valued for the learning that can come from it. Fixed mindset is believing that your qualities are carved in stone and cannot change. Failure is the limit of one's abilities and you can only go so far as that, and that's it. People with a fixed mindset see challenges threatening and avoid failure at all costs. They put a ceiling on their potential because it's more comfortable that way, so you don't fail, because failure is uncomfortable. Interesting to note Joshua Waitzkin's point of view. He's an American chess player who, as a child, was recognized as a prodigy and won the US Junior Chess Championships in 1993 and 1994. Acutely intelligent, even he says, the moment we believe that success is determined by an ingrained level of ability, we will be brittle in the face of adversity. Stephen Covey also offers a dichotomy of mindsets in his scarcity and abundance mindset theories. Those with a scarcity mindset see life as having only so much, as though there were only one pie out there, and if someone was to get a big piece of that pie, it would mean less for everyone else. The scarcity mentality is the zero-sum paradigm of life. There will never be enough, resulting in feelings of fear, stress, and anxiety. People with a scarcity mindset have a very difficult time sharing, whether it be recognition and credit, power or profit, even with those who help in the production of a project. They also have a very hard time being genuinely happy for the success of other people. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, flows out of a deep inner sense of personal worth and security. It is the paradigm that there is plenty out there and enough to spare for everyone. It results in sharing of prestige, of recognition, of profits, of decision-making. It opens possibilities, options, alternatives, and creativity.
So I consider myself a creative person, so anything that validates creativity completely floats my boat.
Having a mindset for creativity opens you up to opportunities and possibilities because you can relish the creative process and embrace innovative thinking. James Vaughan, a co-founder of the Player Development Project, suggests an extremely interesting context for encouraging a creative mindset: in football. In youth football, a constraints-led approach to player skill acquisition creates a culture that controls actions, restricts thinking, and taints motivation. This often results in thought processes like, if I do what coach or mom and dad says, I'll gain their approval. At FC Barcelona's academy, they have been pioneering a revolutionary change in values. They value something intangible, something you can't measure and evaluate: the imagination of their young players. With a mindset based on imagination rather than expectation, a player can unlock possibilities and harness their full potential. Vaughan highlights that many modern coach education courses outline a decision-making chain in a game of football: perception, decision, execution. Within this framework, player action is based on perception of the game, which informs a decision, the selection of movement, and then the execution of the movement pattern, performing a technique or skill. However, this information-only approach has limitations. FC Barcelona value that the player should be trained in such a way that he can imagine the best solution during the action and have the technique that allows him to implement it. If you look at the birth of the Cruyff turn in the 1974 World Cup, in that moment, Johan Cruyff was able to process all the information presented to him about the defender's movements and much more, and had the skill set and imagination to produce a brand new technique to solve the situation. A mindset bound by expectations in that same moment could not have done this.
Some other mindsets that you might come across and see in others, or maybe with a bit of honest self-reflection see in yourself, include
a global mindset: the ability to absorb information, traditions, and cultural norms from around the world and be able to conceptualize how to make an impact in all environments. Having a global mindset comes with the ability to adjust to different environments and cultures internationally. A victim mindset: not my favorite at all. The "it's not my fault, the world is conspiring against me, and there's nothing that can help" mindset. This type embodies helplessness, powerlessness, and resignation. A person with this mindset avoids responsibility for the results in their life. No matter what, it is never their fault. The attention, sympathy, and time that a person can get from victimhood is validation for them. An inward or outward mindset. Research by Arbinger Institute indicates that people operate at any given time from either of these two mindsets. From an inward mindset, we focus only on our own personal goals and objectives without consideration for our impact on others. We are blind to what others need and therefore can frustrate others or create conflict. We might blame others for our frustrations or failures. With an outward mindset, however, we see others as people who matter like we do. We consider their needs, challenges, and objectives, and we focus on collective results. We feel responsible to do our jobs and do them well, but also to do them in a way that supports others in doing their jobs, because we know their jobs contribute to the organisation's results just like ours do.
And there are so many other mindsets to consider that a simple Google search will set you on your journey of self-discovery. It is good practice to self-reflect on the mindsets that you might be operating from and ask yourself, is this mindset serving me well or making things harder for me than it needs to be? When a mindset you've adopted seems to be holding you back, there is a choice to change. Shift does happen.
Author and speaker Michelle McQuaid suggests that you challenge your mindset. Change the way you're thinking by looking for evidence that contradicts your existing beliefs. Look for facts, stories, experiences that force you to question your existing ideas, and then create space that both your old beliefs and those new ideas could both reasonably be believed. Your goal is not necessarily to get rid of the old mindset, but to be flexible in your mindset so that you can choose the one that serves you best. For example, stress can be harmful for us, but it can also enhance our performance. Both of these mindsets are true, but you decide which one will serve you best. Joe Dispenza has written a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself: How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. He suggests in his writing that yes, you can change by making room both consciously and energetically to reinvent a new self. There is effort to be made in unlearning some things about your old self and its automatic programs. A process of rewiring your brain as you prune away old synaptic connections and habitual ways that your brain fired. Then incorporating new expressions of yourself and allowing time to sprout new synaptic connections so that the new mind you create will become the platform of who you will be in your future. It is a process of transformation that takes practice over and over till your new mind becomes familiar to you, more routine, more natural, more automatic, and more subconscious.
Mindset is powerful, with so much evidence as to how our thoughts shape our life experiences and even our bodies. It goes without saying that consciously choosing the right mindset that serves us well is the best investment we can make for ourselves. Life is only as good as your mindset.
Like, comment, and subscribe to Stella Marc Explores for more fascinating content in the future. Thanks for watching.